Most of my earliest experiences of having to make reasonable adjustments as a result of being disabled, and particularly around limited mobility and chronic fatigue syndrome, was 2 or 3 visits with occupational health in the education sector. And that's when I got first introduced to the phrase that makes me shudder now, which is reasonable adjustments. I don't want to be a reasonably adjusted for at all. Thank you very much. But at the time, the idea that it felt like people were going out of their way and doing me a favour to, make up for my disability was something that I lived with, and it did an enormous damage to my self-confidence. I'm just aware that what a difference there is now, having come out of a toxic environment like secondary education in the UK, to be in a situation now where, for example, at the moment, I'm trying to cut down on the amount of hours of work I'm doing. Yes, I'm aware it's 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm doing a LinkedIn post. Good example. But actually now instead of keeping it to myself and feeling like I'm somehow deficient because I can't work hard, which is how I used to feel, I can decide with my partner, how much work to do today. So today I will be asking my husband whether the work I'm doing is something I really need to do and I'm enjoying, or whether I'm pushing myself too hard, because at the moment I'm not sure and I feel I need that help. And likewise, networking is a big thing for me this year, and I'm leaning far more into wanting to make face-to-face and human connections. And a colleague of mine that I'm working with, wonderful, Esme Russell, we're developing some work at the moment, and I asked yesterday in a meeting whether we could, or she would mind, helping me work out what the sweet spot was for meeting people face to face and being involved in physical networking meetings, because I told her that in terms of living with fibromyalgia like I am, that I'm not exactly sure, and she absolutely agreed immediately, very generously, to help me with that. I've never had that experience in the 25 years when I was in education. So I'm really, really aware that actually reaching out to the right people and letting people in the right environments can really support us, particularly if we're not able to do all the things that we'd ideally like to do.